I feel like we needed a little bit of real talk when it comes to hosting and entertaining. Hi, I'm Mara from Joyful Hostess. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. If you want to become a more confident host, if you're looking for recipe ideas, if you're looking for decor, tips, and tricks to make entertaining at home easier, then you are in the right place because I share videos every week that are all about that. So if that's something that you're into and we want to be BFFs, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and then we can hang out every Friday. So today's topic is one of those things that I just felt like I had to share because I feel like sometimes in this space when we're talking about entertaining at home, I feel like sometimes there's all this pressure and it really doesn't have to be that way. I'm going to share with you what it really means to be a good hostess. For me, being a good hostess is about creating an atmosphere where everyone feels welcome, including the host. And I really feel like hosting is all about that connection with friends and family, that connection that you can't get anywhere else. There's something intimate about having people over in your space and caring for them while they're there. So I think it's probably no secret that my love language is acts of service. So to me, when I'm cooking a dinner or I'm baking something or I'm mixing a cocktail or I'm setting a table and inviting people to my space, because I get to serve them, it's my way of showing them how much I love them. Like that's the bottom line, just how much I love them. And that's why I do it. I invite people, I host them because that's how I show my appreciation for them and our relationship. So one of the other reasons that I love to host is because I mean flat out just love to celebrate. I love to celebrate even the small things. I think it's any excuse to gather friends and family together is a good one for the most part. And I grew up in a family that celebrated everything. So from, the big traditional like holidays and birthdays and that kind of thing, but we also celebrated things that were maybe inconsequential or like little things. It's a beautiful Sunday and you've decided that because the weather's good, you're going to have family over. Or on the weekend, you cooked up a big batch of meat sauce and you want to have people over to share that with you. Can anybody be a good hostess? Can anyone become a good hostess? And the answer emphatically is yes. Yes, I truly, truly believe everyone has what it takes to become a good host. And if you're with me and you agree, I would really love it if you typed yes in the comments. So yes, because then I know that you're with me, but then also that really helps with the YouTube and the algorithm, just that people are engaging with the content. So if you could take a moment and type yes, that's super helpful. But I do believe everyone can be a good host. Like I said, it's just a matter of practice. It's figuring out what works for you, what kind of format, what kind of host you are. Maybe you like to be more formal, or maybe you like to be more informal. Maybe you're better with, sit down meals. Maybe you're better with just like a cocktail kind of party or a backyard type of party. I think the key is to just practice. Try it. Try a bunch of different things, see what works for you, and then learn from it for the next time. Now, if you're thinking, how do I get started? You're new to hosting. I would say, in order to practice, start with the people that you're most comfortable with. So the people that you know love you and want the best for you and will not judge you, I would start with those people and invite them over and maybe keep it small and keep it simple. And from there, you can work your way up to more guests, more options, more parties. The other thing I wholeheartedly believe is that in order to be a good hostess, really it's about planning. It's 80%, yeah, I would say it's about 80% planning. Planning ahead, so that means making lists, getting organized, because the more you can do ahead of time, the easier it will be for you and you can enjoy your time with guests. Because the ultimate goal is not only for everyone else to have a good time, but also for you as the hostess to be the guest at your own party. Like, doesn't that sound amazing to be able to enjoy yourself as well? And the more you enjoy it, the more your guests will enjoy it, right? So they're going to feel that you're relaxed, so they'll be relaxed. You're enjoying yourself, they're enjoying themselves. So start with making lists. If you need help with that, I do have a party planner. I'll link it in the description below. That's got checklist, to-do list, shopping list. It's got everything you need to host your next party. So I'll link that in the description below. What I didn't talk about yet is the stuff. So the stuff, somewhere along the way, we got the idea that everything had to be perfect. It had to be Instagram worthy tablescapes. It had to be high caliber recipes. It had to be everything made from scratch. Those were the signs and the hallmarks of a good hostess. And that's just not true. That's not true at all. I'm really on a mission to show you that it's less about perfection and it's more about connection. Less perfection, more connection. Phew, that was a mouthful. So think about one of your favorite memories with friends or with family, a favorite gathering that you had. Was it because that the table was set like so perfectly? Was it because that the host made everything from scratch? No, it was probably about the whole experience. So yes, those things are important, which is why I share recipes and tips and decorating ideas, but it's not the be all end all. It helps. It helps to create the atmosphere. It helps to create the vibe that you're going for, but it is not the end goal to have everything perfect at your own expense, at the expense of your sanity. It's really about creating that connection and gathering with those people, creating memories with those people who are around the table. So I say it all the time. The motto is less perfection, more connection. And I think if you focus on that, that will help you relax into what your actual hosting duties are. Because guys, I will be real. Sometimes when I get stressed out about hosting and I think to myself, this is more about the perfection. This is not about the connection I'm trying to create for guests. This is more about I want the tables to look a certain way, or maybe I want to try a new recipe and I'm stressed that it's not going to work how I expected it to work. And when I think to myself, less perfection, more connection, Mara, it just kind of helps to calm things down. Yeah. Whew. And since this is real talk, I'm going to be real. Being a hostess sometimes is hard work. It is hard work. It takes some planning. It takes some practice. But, it is definitely a labor of love. It is worth it. I believe everyone can be a good hostess. So if you're starting out, or maybe you started and made some mistakes along the way, or maybe you've hosted for the 100th time, I'm going to say to you, keep going. I believe in you. You can be a good hostess. And you can foster those relationships and those memories with friends and family that will be so important in the future. So until then, happy hosting.